Men and women, welcome to CJ Unplugged. What a time it has been. I'm sorry. I know it has been a long time since you last seen me. And a lot has happened. My last upload was another guest pod with Taylor, which was recorded like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was just too lazy to edit it. My fault. We missed 2 weeks. That's my bad. Been a busy life. Been a busy time with everything, honestly. We'll recap that. Lots going on. You know, we got the Ye tweets, which happened like last night as of recording this. We're going to go over a few of those. I don't know what X or Twitter is. I don't know what Elon's doing. I don't know what Ye is. You know, I don't even know if Kanye, Ye, whatever you want to call him, I don't even know if that's him. Hopefully, maybe his account got hacked. Doubt it. Probably is just him. It's not even that surprising at this point. We got the Grammys. Whole world's mad Beyonce won album of the year, country album, whatever. Get into that. Don't really want to. This is just a pop culture podcast now. This is just TMZ, apparently. And then, you know, I don't know. When was the last time a solo episode? It's been a while, dude. Trump's president. That happened. January, whenever, 20th was it? Inauguration. So I don't even know if we've had an episode since then. Bro's been signing executive order. He's been going to work, dude. He wasn't kidding. I mean, you had to sign at least 100 of those things in the last week. It's a lot. America's changed, dude. America has changed. And I'm sure you're feeling it too. Tax season's going on. We're going to get into that. First topic. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with taxes, dude. I did my taxes a few days ago, and as you know, listening to this podcast, big hater of the IRS, big hater of the government, any of those federal three-letter branches. If you're a three-letter branch, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of you. Not a big fan of you. There was this one thing. I don't even know how much I'm allowed to say on YouTube. I'm gonna test the waters, dude. How far can we go? How far can I go till a government agent shows up to my door? Okay, if I go missing, I would never hurt myself. Just know that. Just know that. And I'm a good driver, you know, if it's a car crash, wasn't that either. Any sort of workplace accident, you know, they can get me lots of ways because they're too smart now. They used to just have you, you know, like you hung yourself, you shot yourself, all that stuff. But now all these people are getting smart, dude. Andrew Tate, the whole thing, every time he would ask him a question, he'd just say, I would never hurt myself. My favorite color is blue. It's like, dude, I just asked you what your favorite color was in the middle of the street. He started every answer with, I would never hurt myself. So I think he started something. I mean, people before him were doing it, but now the three-letter words, the three-letter agencies, whatever, three-letter governments, they're like, dang, we can't have people off themselves. It's not working. People are too smart because now people are going around saying they'd never hurt themselves. So we got to make it look like an accident. You know, car wreck, workplace accident, skydiving trip with the fiance, and parachute doesn't go out. So just know, I'm a very good driver. I would never hurt myself at work, accident or, you know, intentional. I would never hurt myself intentionally in any way, shape, or form. Nothing bad would ever happen to me unless it was done by the CIA, FBI, you know. I don't know. If the IRS might just go take out people themselves. Like if you don't pay your taxes, they don't send the police or the FBI or the CIA. The IRS agents themselves will go out and rough you up. True story. I'm not even kidding, dude. I experienced that last year in details that I legally cannot share. Which, by the way, my editor still, theoretically, if I had an editor, he's theoretically running from the IRS. So, yeah, the IRS is not a cool thing. Trump, this is why, hate him or love him, don't care. We're not going to talk about that. Politics aside, he wants to take away taxes on tips, and he flirted, dangerous flirt, right? You know, some girls you flirt with, it's like a bad move. This is a dangerous one because the CIA, this is the CIA. You're flirting with the CIA's girlfriend now. The CIA's wife. All right. Trump is flirting with the CIA's wife, which is income tax. That is the beloved wife of the CIA. And Trump's flirting, dude. Trump's getting in there. Trump's hitting him with the one-liners. All right. And the CIA doesn't like that. The CIA does not like that one bit. So Trump, I mean, I think before in his campaign or something, I don't know if he said it yet. I got to double check. But flirted with the idea of taking away federal income tax, which, you know, as you know, starts at 10%, and then the brackets go up from there. And if you make over $1 million, you get taxed like 200% of it. You just pay them more money. You know, you pay them all the money you earn that year and then some. You got to like sell your house, and it's ridiculous. But apparently we don't tax the rich or whatever, which I'm sure they get tax breaks. I'm aware. All right. You know how I'm aware? Because I experienced it myself. Time for a little personal story. So I worked 2 self-employment jobs last year, 2024. Actually 2023 and 2024. And for those of you nerds who do not work self-employment and just have your taxes taken out, because you're just a little fairy floating around in life. Self-employment, you do not. You have to pay taxes at the end of the year, and it's big. All right, talking 25 to 30% in taxes. Yeah, 25 to 30. So starts off at 25.3, then 27.3, and then I believe 30 or 29.3. So it depends on how much you make. Spoiler alert, I didn't make over 100K, so I wasn't paying 30%. Theoretically, somebody is somewhere, not me. Even though I live in my wonderful estate, my guarded, secured estate with a white fence, massive drive-through, security, and all that. Surprisingly under 100,000 a year. But anyways, I had 2 self-employment jobs, but I got smart. Okay, you want a little advice? You want a little dad advice? A little life advice here? If you work any self-employment job, if you're on a 1099 or anything like that, take stuff out of your paycheck, okay? Because guess what? Your paycheck's going to be fat because there's no taxes taken out of it, right? Or don't pay taxes. Honestly, I can't encourage that legally. Pay taxes. But if you weren't theoretically to be a very bad person and not pay taxes, you just wouldn't take it. Anyways, you get a paycheck, right? My paychecks would be really big and they'd look really handsome. But that's because there's no taxes taken out of them. It's just completely raw cash. So what I'd have to do is every single paycheck, take some of that out and put it in a savings account for taxes for the end of the year. So all that money accumulated thousands and thousands of dollars, and it looked like I had a lot of money, but that was going to Uncle Sam pretty soon. So tax season came around. I had calculated that I owed, well, get this, I'm not going to disclose how much I made, but in taxes, I owed over $8,000. Yeah, I owed nearly $10,000 in taxes before deductions. But then there's these wonderful things called standard deductions. And if you do self-employment, I believe the lowest standard deduction for someone like me is $14,600. Now, what does that mean? I'm educating you guys. A lot of you guys don't even know this. A deduction means $14,600 is taken off of my income, not out of taxes, out of my income. So if I made $50,000 in the year, 14.6 thousand is taken off my taxable income, right? That's what a deduction is. So I got that taken out, and then I had a bunch of other deductions for my job. You can research it. You can talk to TurboTax. You can hire a lawyer, or you can just Google it for free. All different legal ways of, and by legal, I mean, boy, did we get close. Just kidding. It was perfectly legal, IRS. Someone's definitely watching. I mean, the amount of trigger words I've said in the first 8 minutes of this podcast, there are 5 agents watching this right now. And I paid my taxes legally. I did it through TurboTax. I was assisted through one of their experts. So sue them, not me. All right. Go take their license, throw them in jail, beat them up. I just did what they told me. I used TurboTax. I did it legally. I did it responsibly. And I did not cheat. All right. Coming after the wrong person. You don't want to mess with me. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but you don't want, I got time to figure it out, dude. April 15th is another for a month and a half. So I got time to plot and plan. Anyways, after filing my taxes and doing the deductions, I went from over $8,000 in owing, just raw before deductions, all the way down to $3.5K. I know. Stop the applause. I know. You want to hire me? Legally, I don't have the license, so I can't do your taxes for you. But illegally, I could. I could give you advice, but then you'd probably sue me. I'd probably be legally held liable for anything you did. So don't ask me for advice. This isn't advice. This is a comedy podcast, which is nice because I can say anything I want and I can't be sued. My lawyer doesn't agree with that statement, but that's what I think. I think if you put comedy in your podcast, you're allowed to say anything you want and not be taken seriously, because what are they going to do in court? Mr. Kaiserman, you said that the Jews, blah, 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 blah. And I'd say, Your Honor, it's a comedy podcast, all right? I don't care. I'm not getting in trouble. Also, we're shooting on a new camera. Not new, it's actually older and cheaper, but it's different. A different camera. But anyways, $3.5K I got it down to. That's nearly $5,000. All right, I deducted that income. I told the IRS, look, I'm broke. I made no money this year. Not entirely true, but it felt like it. Certainly with these prices under the Biden administration. Boy, hopefully things get better. I would love to see no tax on tips and no federal income, but let's be real. Everybody, let's be real here. If he gets rid of federal income, it's going straight to the state. You guys need to understand this. If Trump takes away federal income tax, that means just your state taxes are going to probably either slightly less or maybe even the more, or it's probably going to be even, right? So if federal income tax under $11,600, whatever it is 10%. And he goes, no more of that. It's just your state's gonna just tax that most likely, or at least it's definitely something's gonna go up, guys. Something's going up, okay? Or somehow magically Elon Musk's lizard brain and whoever else is in there can figure out all the stuff, because they have the Department of Government Efficiency now, where they've already released what we're spending on gender reassignment studies or surgeries or something in like Guam or Guatemala Bay or I don't even know, another country. Why are we spending money on that? Great question, right? Apparently we spent millions of dollars on how fast a lobster could run underwater, or a shrimp. I don't know if that's true. Hopefully it is, because that makes for a great story. But just stuff like this, where maybe his theory is if we just get rid of all this ridiculous spending, we can take away income tax or federal income tax. And that would be, boy, would that be good. Don't see it working out, but it would be nice, right? Anyways, back to the tax story. I still hate the IRS. Let's not get this. Let's not entangle things here. All right. Still hate the IRS very much so. In fact, I don't hate them any less after getting $5,000 deducted off my taxes. Don't hate them anymore necessarily. We've had some ups and downs this year, but taxes are paid. That's over with. I'm no longer on any 1099s. I had 2 for the last 2 years. No longer on those. I have a real job now. Back to the basic peasant life like you folks. Just kidding. I was definitely a peasant before. But I'm back to the normal life of getting paychecks where my Social Security and federal and Medicare and all that crap is automatically taken out. So now actually I might be able to look forward to returns. That was one thing. It was so funny. I remember last year my friends being like, dude, I got $1,200 on my return. I got $800 on my tax return. I'm like, dude, I owed $1,500. I didn't get any money. I owed $1,500. This year I owed $3.5. All right. I ain't getting no money back. So congratulations. Yeah, it is what it is. Just make sure if you're on a 1099, you're budgeting, taking stuff out of your paycheck. All right, moving on. Kanye, dude, a generational run. I think he had like 100 tweets in 10 hours or something like that. And we'll go over, boy, we cannot go over a lot of them right now. Yeah, he tweeted way too many times. 11 hours ago, Big H, if you know what I'm talking about, the lure. I don't know if I can say it on here. So Big H, dude with the stash, was so fresh. Tweeted 11 hours ago. I'm going to normalize talking about Big H the way talking about killing people has been normalized. So we go from that all the way to, this is most recent, some people I love, some people I got love for. I don't hate anyone. I just don't care about them enough to hate them. So big switch in 11 hours. We went from the Holocaust to telling people I don't really hate you. I just don't have time to care about you. Now that is a big shift of attitude and energy. Maybe he's sobered up. Maybe he's probably having people just take shifts on his ex. It's like an hourly thing. Someone's clocking in for an hour, tweeting 15 times, clocking out. Here comes the next guy. Because these are so far and different from each other. Some are in caps, some have spaces, some are, it's nuts. I think he's doing it for attention. It's just it's going to be talked about forever now, at least for the next few weeks. But this happened, 11 hours ago as of recording this. This is brand new. It's fresh. Like I said, we're TMZ now. We're just covering the freshest stuff. Also, the Super Bowl's happening, and unfortunately, I'm at a bet that if the Chiefs three-peat, dude, that's it. We're retiring. We're selling everything. We're quitting podcasting, comedy. And I know you guys want me to do that already. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it unless the Chiefs win. If the Chiefs three-peat, I'm quitting everything, selling everything, and I'm just going to become homeless until I die, hopefully very soon. I can't take it, dude. I can't. I'm not even a fan of the Eagles. I guess I like Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, but boy, the Eagles fan base sucks. We all saw the videos of them harassing. And if you don't like football, sorry, skip through this. I don't even care, dude. It's football season. It's literally the big game. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word. Sue me. I don't care. NFL. If you're watching this, I'm honored. Okay, you get like 30 views. But anyways, the big game is this Sunday, which is in 2 days. And I'm not a big fan of either team, but I want the Eagles because the three-peat is just, it shocks me the attitude and demeanor at which Chiefs fans go around in public. They think people like them. They think they're America's team or some delusional thing like that. Everyone hates you. Literally, I say that with America on my back, except for Kansas City and maybe like areas in New York because they just don't like the Eagles. Nobody wants the Chiefs, okay, except for bandwagons and 13-year-old girls, all right? Now, if you were a Chiefs fan, there's only two ways you're allowed to be a Chiefs fan, okay? Three, okay? Listen to these three. If you do not qualify for any of these three, burn your gear and find a new team, seriously. 1, you lived in or around Kansas City. That's a given, obviously, right? That's totally fine with that. That's your team, it's your city. 2, you were a fan of them way before this three-peat Super Bowl era, Patrick Mahomes, all that crap, okay? If you were a fan like 20 years ago, totally valid. Keep the stuff. You're a loyal fan. I applaud you. I'm a Saints fan. Going through it right now, dude. What do we go, 5-12? I feel you, all right? So in 5 years, if the Saints start winning Super Bowls, I don't want to hear it. I got pictures of me when I was 8 years old with the Drew Brees jersey, so I don't want to hear it. Anyways, third reason. And this is one I just added because I kind of see the argument, right? If you became a fan of the Chiefs, like Patrick Mahomes' first year starting, that's valid, right? Because they hadn't even won a Super Bowl yet. Maybe they went to the Super Bowl. They're fresh. Totally valid, right? But after they started making all these Super Bowls and winning them, or God forbid, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, don't even watch this video. If that's the reason, I'm not even going to speak words to you. Don't know why you're watching this either. But if you became a fan because they started winning Super Bowls and you just thought you'd bandwagon, just get out. Burn your gear. Sell it. I don't care. Pick a new team. I mean, it's ridiculous. How many Tom Brady fans and Patriots fans just migrated from Kansas City to New England after Tom Brady left? Probably a lot. So, or New England to Kansas. You know what I meant. So yeah, those are the three areas you're allowed to be a Chiefs fan. And personally, I have a best friend who's a Chiefs fan, but he's from Kansas City or lived there for the majority of his life. So totally valid, right? Totally valid. They were literally fans for them when they had Alex Smith and they were going like 2-16 or 2 and whatever. 14, I guess. There wasn't 17 games yet. But those are the only valid reasons you can be a Chiefs fan. And I don't want to hear any other excuses. God forbid. I don't want to hear anything, dude. If you became a Chiefs fan after the first or second Super Bowl, don't care. Don't want to hear it. All right, I became a Saints fan when we were going through our rough era before we started making playoffs again. Because like Super Bowl happened, we won a Super Bowl, and then a few seasons happened. I think we did pretty good, and then we were going, anywhere between 3-13 to like 6-10 for multiple years. And that's when I became a fan. I just really like Drew Brees. I was a big fan of Drew Brees. And then all of a sudden we got some good players and we started making playoffs. Never made the Super Bowl because in 2017 we got robbed by the Rams and the refs to watch this. What was it? 3-13. We watched one touchdown be scored in a Super Bowl. Yeah, totally worth it, right? I think that was 2017. I got my dates wrong. But anyways, don't come after me. All right, the Saints suck right now, and we probably will for a while. We refuse to invest in a first-round quarterback. Last time we've drafted a quarterback in the first round was like 1968, and it was Arch Manning. I mean, the dude has great-grandchildren in the NFL by now. It's ridiculous. So we refuse to hire a good coach. We refuse to draft a quarterback. We keep trying to get these washed-up vets or try third strings. I love y'all, my players. Not you, Derek. You quit for all I care. We had a generational run the first 2 weeks, beating the Cowboys and Panthers by a large amount. And then it dwindled and we lost 9 games straight. Don't want to talk about it. Season's over. But yeah, Super Bowl. Honestly, didn't even think I'd watch it. It's just a rematch of Super Bowl 2 years ago. They're going to tug us by our heartstrings and just have us right there. It's going to be a close game. Eagles are going to be up, and then there's going to be a phantom 15-yard call, and they're going to get set up for a touchdown or field goal and win it in the last few seconds. It's just going to happen. Or they're going to win it in overtime. But they're going to make it look like the Eagles are winning. Heck, the Eagles might even be up 20 at halftime. It's not going to matter. All right? I'm not going to like sit down and have my heart rate go down until I see the Eagles up by 50. Because if they're up any less than 50, there's still a chance the Chiefs are coming back. I'm not saying that in favor of the Chiefs being a good team, because they're pretty average. You come after me in the comments. I don't even care, dude. They literally have scored more than 30 points once in the last 450 days. The Bills playoff game is the last time they scored 30-something points in almost 2 years. So they're not a high-scoring offense. Their defense is pretty good. They squeak by every single win by a touchdown or less. They always get calls favored to them every single game, multiple times, or missed calls. And it happens a lot of other teams. Don't get me wrong. I mean, definitely there's times where my Saints, who suck, who are like 5-12 or whatever, have gotten calls in their favor. But the Chiefs, I mean, the evidence is there. We've all seen it. We all know. So probably going to happen in the Super Bowl. I just hope the only thing, if I could wish for one thing, I wouldn't even wish for the Eagles to win. Genuinely, my one wish were it to be the most fairly officiated game in history. Because I want to see who's truly better, Eagles or Chiefs, dude. Let's see it. I don't want to see no bullcrap calls and all this other stuff. Anyways, we're going way too deep down the rabbit hole of the NFL. I'm sure you skipped. If you skipped, now welcome back. Hello. We're going to talk about the Grammys now. My Taylor Swift people who just skipped through all of that. So people are quite upset because, shout out Kendrick, dude. I think he won like 5 awards, Song of the Year, and then some other stuff. I didn't watch it. I don't watch those award shows. I think they're ridiculous. But I'll watch the clips on Instagram and TikTok afterwards, maybe even YouTube. I don't know. But it's also just news. People at work talk about it. Your friends talk about it if you have any. I don't, so I wouldn't know. But, Kendrick Lamar, great success. The fact that a diss track won Song of the Year is truly, that just opens up doors. Boy, does that open up doors. This is going to be an exciting next few years if that's what's winning Song of the Year. And it was a good tune. It was a good melody, good lyrics, good writing. It's a good song overall. Just happened to be a diss track. Sorry, Drake. But the album of the year now here's the thing, folks. As you know, people are upset because Beyonce won the country album of the year for making a country music album. Which, to be honest, I know nothing about this. I think it's her first, right? I'm gonna sound real stupid if that's her first. I think this is her first country music album. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I know Beyonce. All right, she got some bangers. She's classic. I double checked. All right, she's top 30 or 40 in the world right now on Spotify. She has billions of streams, hundreds of millions of followers across all platforms. Well, I guess probably billions of followers across all platforms. She's massive. She's one of the biggest artists in the world. Okay, so give her flowers, dude. The album's not bad. But here's my gripe, all right? The whole country music thing. Winning album of the year, awesome. That award could have gone to literally any genre. So that doesn't bother me at all. The fact that it won album of the year, it got it got billions of streams. The album was huge. So good. Album of the year. Congratulations. You deserve it. But country album of the year? What? What? Wait a minute. Wait. So you're telling me someone who makes like their entire career, decades and decades of work and, just decades of them being in R&B, pop, hip hop, whatever that genre is, making all these music, which are bangers. Again, hundreds of millions, billions of streams, huge following, huge fan base, huge success. Does that for her entire career and then goes, I'm from Texas. I want to make a country album. Good. Do it. I encourage you. Make any music you want, honestly. But voting that number one country album of the year after we've had country artists who started with country with 0 followers, 0 listeners, probably broke. Nobody knows who their name is. And they grind for years and years and years, decades even. They grind for decades and decades. And then 2024, they have the biggest year of their life. Hundreds of millions of streams. They have one of the top country albums of the year. And they're in the country community recognized as, oh yeah, this guy's definitely going to win. At least Song of the Year, most likely Album of the Year. Biggest country music star right now. They've been doing country their whole life, right? They've been working hard for this. And then Beyonce, with a massive following and massive fan base, just hops ship and goes, I'm going to win one over here too. Of course her fans are going to listen to it, all right? If she put out a diss track about Elmo, all right, it'd get 1 billion hits and it'd win a Grammy. Seriously, who are we kidding here? It's Beyonce. It's like Eminem making a country album music and then winning it. It's like people with a massive fan base and a massive following and a very successful career could make anything they want and go win awards over there. Hey, good for her. If I were her, I would make a rap album. I would do an album every year of a different genre and go one for one, every single one. Beyonce, if she has the opportunity to do something historic right now, all right? She could win the album of the year in every single genre for the next 6 years if she just made an album of each of those genres each year. Because her fans are just going to listen to it and vote for it. So who are we kidding? And that's why I think it's unfair. Don't think Beyonce's she's a wonderful artist, all right? She's huge. Can't deny it. She's huge. She's massive. But she's using her massive success and fan base and following to just carry her to victories anywhere she goes. So all I got to say is imposter syndrome, gotta be pretty big on this one. I mean, yikes. You've had country people who've been making albums for decades who have had massive careers this year and got robbed by someone who just hop shipped and used their fan base to just carry them to a win. So unfortunate. That's my take on it. I've listened to one song on the album. Like I said, I don't think any of the music's bad. I'm happy at one album of the year. That's great. I don't really care about that. I just am sensitive about the country music album, whatever. You know which one I'm talking about, because it's a little crazy to just jump ships one year randomly and then, use your fans to just get you votes and get you. I don't even know how the voting system wins, to be honest. I could be a complete moron. I don't know if fans vote. I don't know if they have a little board of directors there. If they have like 3 little nerds on a table, like, America's Got Talent. I don't know how it works. I don't know who votes for the albums or the songs, but, she won. I mean, most likely fair and square. I wouldn't say it's cheated or bought for or anything. I'm just saying it's like Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift just made a rap album tomorrow, it'd be number 1. It's just because you're fans. Your fans will listen to anything you say and anything you do. So it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, if you ask the average 9 out of 10 Beyonce fans couldn't even name 5 country albums, let alone 5 country artists. I guarantee they'd be like Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, and that's it, because of TikTok. They just know them from TikTok, right? They would know no George Strait, no Johnny Cash, none of them, all right? So it is what it is. Put the past behind us. Next year we work harder. I'm going to go win country album music. There we go. I keep saying it back. Country music album. I'm going to go win country album of the year next year. That's what 2025 country album of the year is going to me. All right. I'm settling this debate. Grab me my guitar. That's my electric. Give me my acoustic. We're working tonight. And we're coming for that award. I'm going to show to you. It's not that hard, guys. I don't have any following. I don't have any musical talents, experience, or ability. I can play like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on that thing. I can play a few songs. I've been practicing a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like once every couple weeks. And then I get frustrated and put it down because I can't play half the dang chords because of how massive my fingers are. So I don't know how these singers do it. My guitar is also cheap, so that's probably why. I can't afford a nice, big, fancy guitar. Maybe if I could, though, you know what? I got a microphone. Let's start rapping. I'm gonna get the rap album of the year. You guys have no idea what I'm gonna do next year. All right, all of you people. Nobody famous watches my show, but if this clip gets out, dude, I'm coming for you. This award's gonna be mine. You guys, nothing you can do to stop me from it. Also, MVP or NFL honors happened. We're going back to NFL, y'all. Sorry about it. We're gonna skip that. No more NFL. We're back. I wanted to talk about my show and the comedy skit I recorded recently. So the comedy skit went very well. Lots of directing errors on my part. My team was awesome. I had like 9 people show up. It was so cool. I fed them snacks and energy drinks, and it took us 4 hours. I mean, a 5-minute skit. If you guys watched it, thank you very much. Let me know how I did, how it was, or don't, because it'll probably hurt my feelings anyways. But it's like a 5-minute skit, and recording it took nearly 4 hours. Editing took, I think, like 10 to 12. It was just like little things where like, I wanted to get the color perfect or the audio perfect. So I was working on like one thing for a long time until I got it right. And then I applied it to the rest of the thing. I was testing a lot of different things. So I guess 10 to 12 hours is an overstatement, but yeah, over 10 hours of editing, nearly 4 hours of recording. And I'm happy with how it turned out, other than the fact that I myself made a lot of personal director errors with recording, filming, and all that stuff, which I've learned for the next experience. I'm already working on a script for the next one that will be out later this month. So be looking for that. I'm trying to do one each month. So there'll probably be a skit at least once a month, if not more, from here on out, forever, till I die, till I'm put in a grave. All right. Would never hurt myself. Remember that? CIA, FBI. But yeah, that went really well. I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm happy for the experience. It was super fun. I'm so thankful for my team. I'm really excited to put it in the Comedy Film Festival and see how it does, get some feedback from people, and also just watch the festival from other people's content. I've already seen some sneak peeks from other people's creations, and I'm really excited to see how the festival goes and what other people made, because I love comedy and I love skits. But yeah, that was a little update. Definitely going to be doing things a little differently. I wrote some notes and some tweaks on how I'd record differently and direct differently. But yeah, I wrote and directed it myself. No biggie, guys, no biggie. But also my show, which was the same day. Me and Taylor were talking about it in our podcast that was last week, which was 3 weeks ago. But the show went really well. I did a full 18 minutes, somewhere between 15 and 20. I did 18, and I had one of the best sets of the best set of my life. It was fantastic. The place sold out. It was packed. Had some good crowd work moments. Had some new jokes that hit pretty well. Even a couple original jokes that didn't hit well, which shocked me, because I'm always funny and I'm never not funny. And all my jokes, you should laugh or you suck. It's your fault if you don't laugh, right? No, but I did. I recorded it, rewatched it a few times, making some adjustments and changes. But overall, the show went really well. All 4 comics killed it. And the owner was super awesome. Shout out Shauna Inland Cider. Super awesome, fun time. Great show. We'll be back again. We'll do it again. Would love to, at least, if he books me again. But yeah, it was great. And I had a good time. And I just want to share with you that it went well. Thanks for coming, because none of you came except for a couple of you. But just so you know, it went well. It was also 21 and up. So a lot of you guys who watch this are 14 or whatever. Maybe that's not a good joke to make. But yeah, overall, this week has been good. Life has been life. Still making it by, paying rent, working and doing the things that you do at 22, whatever that is. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm figuring this out for the first time as well. So we're just moving through the motions, enjoying life, and loving comedy. It's like the highlight of my week is going to the club and then putting my name in the bucket and not getting on. Woo, love that. But yeah, crowd's been cool. It's snowing here. We have like a foot of snow. Feels like at least probably like 4 inches, but 4 inches is a lot. Right? Anyways, follow me on Instagram at cadenkaiserman. Check out the link tree in my bio. You can find my YouTube skits there, podcasts, TikTok, all the wonderful stuff. Go follow me on those. Please check out the skit if you haven't already. I'll put it in the description down below. Go watch it right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Good night.